This exercise is practicing your late forehand and your late backhand shot. In my book, personal book, this is definitely the exercise above any exercise. It's the one that you really need to do. This exercise, two players at the front of the court playing shots into the court, and then of course into the deep corners as well. The exercise is very important because when you play singles, you would like to push your stand forward as much as possible in order to control the front of the court. However, there will be a lot of shots that's of course played over you into the deep corners at the back of the court. And this shot, the late forehand shot and the late backhand shot, is actually what I would call a rescue shot. It's getting out of trouble because you have been pushing your sort of central stand forward and you have not chosen the right stand, and then of course you have to recover from that situation. This exercise has got many aspects to it. First of all is how to get out of the deep corners with your late either forehand or backhand shot. A lot of players are really good when it's coming to the straight ones, straight from the backhand side, straight from the forehand side. However, a lot of players are starting to make mistakes as soon as they're going cross-court in those situations. Furthermore to that, it's extremely important to get quickly out of that deep corner so you are able to reach the next shot, the long net shot, as early as possible. If you reach it early, it means that you can fight for initiative in the rally. However, do you reach it late and have to play from above the floor, then the chances are that you will make a mistake and you will play a much more loopy shot that will be slow and you're losing initiative, and the chances, well, of course, when you're playing below the tape, then chances are that you will make mistakes. The technical and of course the movement side of this exercise we have done previously, and just look in the description at the bottom of the screen.
The feeders are, I would say, always extremely important when doing exercises. They can ruin everything and they can make the exercise great. So in this exercise, I have 3 focus points for the feeders. Number 1 is definitely the general awareness. It's very important that both feeders on the court are very aware of what's happening. So I'm always ready if the shuttle were to come to my side, so I'm able to play the best possible shot. So that's the first thing. Number 2 is my movement. We see many players are standing way too still, being feeders. So that means they are quite often caught off guard, off balance. So it's very important that I, as a feeder, still are able to move and meet the shuttles to make it the best possible way for the one doing the exercise. The third thing I think is very important is actually the height when I especially lift. Many players, if they want to put pressure on, they make the lift more and more flat. But for me, it's very important also to find some height and focus on the length instead of how flat it is. Because if it's too flat, the one doing the exercise could just stretch their arm and meet it early. A small tip, I would say, being a feeder is really try to be engaged in whatever exercise. In this particular exercise, this 2 against 1, driving the one doing it around the court, it's very important to stay engaged in the rally. So I don't want that mindset, I don't care. It's very important that you care about the exercise and try to get a lot of focus and intensity in it, because I'm also sure when it's your turn to do the exercise, if you are engaged as a feeder, they will be engaged when feeding you.